Hi guys, hope you're all well, hope you can hear me. So, on a walk again. I thought I'd do a little video with another topic that people keep on about to try and help you guys. So I'm going to talk about meditation today. So meditation is quite an important thing, you know. If you can get into doing it, it's really good for you on so many levels. And I actually, before I started my mediumship, I was doing a meditation circle prior to doing mediumship. The meditation circle came first, and it was really good. It was really handy. I was going through sort of a really bad time when I was in that circle with work, the day job that I was doing, and it really helped me sort of make sense of who I was as a person, really. The thing with meditation, like with any sort of spiritual connection or spiritual work, is it takes time to sort of get into that mindset, really. It doesn't just come sort of quick. And you know, sometimes people are lazy and they want instant results. So yeah, meditation's a really good thing, and it can just de-stress the mind. For me, because I allowed myself to sort of go into that space, and I was open to it, it probably really did a lot more for my mediumship than I realised at the time. And even now, when I do my opening and closing, sometimes before I will do a meditation of some kind, whether it's a long one or a short one, because it just really helps to connect with the energies and puts you in that different place. And that's what it's all about, learning to be in, you know, sort of connecting with yourself and connecting with that different energy, really, that spiritual energy. Now, people have been asking me with meditation, you know, is it best to meditate in the morning, in the evening? Is there a specific time? And, you know, meditation's such a personal thing, because we're all, you know, we're all living different lifestyles, and you know, what works for one person isn't going to work for somebody else. So I would say, don't allow it to be too regimented, just allow it to flow freely and to just go with it, really. For me personally, I've done some really amazing meditations early in the morning. I've done some that have been sort of outside as well as inside when it's been nice weather, and they've been amazing, very powerful. You know, I've also done some meditations that have been sort of at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and before I go to bed. So there is no set time with meditation. It's really as and when you're able to commit to it. That's the important part, really. So yeah, you know, don't sort of allow yourself to be sort of, you know, bogged down with rules exactly. Time-wise, as and when you feel you need to, really, is more important. Hope you can guys still hear me, because it's so windy today up in this field, so I apologise if you can't hear me too well. Hopefully you can. Right, I've also had people say, what's best when I'm meditating? You know, is it best for me to just sit in the quiet and try and connect with my spirit guides or my angels or my loved ones? Is it better to sort of use music or a guided meditation? Again, it's down to personal preference. I'm going to stand this way because you might hear me better, or maybe not. Okay. Right. So for me personally, I prefer a guided meditation because it goes into a bit of a story. I have done other types of meditation, but I find when I go into guided meditation, it allows that time for my brain to almost switch off and go into that deeper level. Because for me, especially when I first started to meditate, it was really hard for me to switch off. And some people say with meditation, oh, it should be lovely, it should be, you know, you should be calm and relaxed and all the rest of it. And yes, to a degree, but because you're in a meditative state, it's also a way for you to de-stress and to focus the mind on what's going on and make sense of the world around you. So if you're somebody that is really stressed, you might still be thinking of these things that are going on, but know that you are still meditating. Another thing I used to get a lot is like sleep. You know, I'd used to sort of sleep halfway through a meditation and not finish it. But that information that's being given via the meditation, that still goes deep into you. So again, know that you're still taking what you need from it, almost, even if you're not actually conscious of it, possibly. Okay, let me just check what he's doing down here. I don't know if you can see him down there. Right, okay. So again, it's personal preference, really. For me, a guided meditation is best. And they're really good because they work on so many different levels. You can use them as a tool to connect with your your third eye and open that up more. You can use them to connect with your spirit guides, your angels, even loved ones. But also it's really good at just making sense of the world around you, really. And I think sometimes people expect all the answers through meditation, and you might not get them straight away through a meditation, but what you normally find is, over the next sort of couple of hours or the next few days, things and questions start to click into place. So for me anyway, I don't digest the information that way. So I don't always get what I want straight away, but again I use it as a way to de-stress and to put the world into rights. So, you know, you may just be somebody that uses the meditation for that way, and just a bit of time for you, because that's so important. If you're someone that's so stressed and you're always forgetting or losing focus on you, meditation in itself is good for that reason. Okay, get your self-worth back, guys, because I know a lot of people do struggle with the self-worth side of things. What else can I tell you about meditation? Yeah, again, it's really hard because it's such a personal sort of subject, you know, and again it is quite a deep meaning, really, and you know, what works for me you might hate, and vice versa. So again, don't get too caught up on the rules of meditation, just allow it to flow and don't overthink it too much, you know, because that's normally when you block stuff. And when you're going into meditation, for me it used to take really long time to actually get anything from it, but the more I did it, the more I slowly got a little bit deeper or made a little bit more sense. So I would say practice is key. Don't expect miracles straight away because you just want to get them, okay? And unfortunately with any sort of spiritual work, sometimes people they don't become lazy, but they just become a little bit impatient and they're wanting the information too quickly. And sometimes we just have to keep on at it, you know, and know and trust that we will get it, you know, we'll get the information that we need in time, and we'll get what we want, you know, in time. We just have to keep focused. But the more you can do it, you will find that your spirit guides, your loved ones, they do start coming in closely around you, and you will start to feel their energy. You might start to see them. However you work with energy, basically, because it's going to be different for everybody. And don't get too caught up in seeing or feeling it a certain way, because you never will. Like when I first started, I really wanted to see spirit so badly, and loads of people around me were seeing spirit, but I never did, and it really cheesed me off. But then I realised actually I am seeing the energy, it's just seeing it in a different way. And I was able to read the energy a lot differently to certain other people, you know, and that was my gift. And when you stop looking for something, that's almost when, you know, it happens. And as soon as I stopped wanting to see spirit, they changed how they work with me, and I started to see them, not all the time, but a lot more than I was, which is amazing, okay? So again, don't sort of give yourself these boundaries, because again, spirit don't necessarily work in that way, okay? And just allow it all to flow. It's the best way, really, and just use it as a way, as some time for you more than anything, because that really is what meditation is about as well. It's about you having some time to just focus on what you need. And if you're somebody that might be you know, holding on or storing a lot of baggage, the meditation, it might not be so much about connecting with the guides, it might be just going through and getting rid of some of that junk before we can then move on to the next stage, okay? So don't worry or think, oh my god, you know, I'm not getting anything, this is a waste of time, because it isn't, you know, it's always got a point and a purpose to it, and it's just about us realising that. Watch this now, I've got to go over a sty, hold on. Right, bear with me guys. Oh, I'm getting too old for this. Right, wait there a sec. Oh. Hold on, let me just sort him out. Come on then, you're coming through. Bear with me guys, sorry it's a close-up of my face, not particularly attractive. There we go. Come on, Osk. Right, just going in a new field that I've discovered the other day. The place I'm in, that I take him for a walk, it's got like loads of different fields, and because he's not particularly great with dogs, it's really handy because, you know, we can just try other places. But anyway, I'm veering off the subject here. Hold on, let me just sort him out. Oscar, come on, in. Come on, in. Oscar. Notice how he's so obedient. Come on, come in. Oh, there we go. That's it. Good boy. So, where was I? Meditation. So yeah, just allow it to happen. I don't know if you guys have got any meditation circles that might be around your area, but they're always a really good place to start. For me, that's how I started, with a lovely medium called Annette Gearing, who's still a good friend of mine now. And that really helped me. It helped me on such a personal level. It built my confidence up as well, because without realising it, my confidence was kind of rock bottom. And even though I was in a job where I had to be confident, it was almost like the world made sense again, and I lost focus on that. So, you know, you might be one of those people where, you know, to the outside world you're really confident, but behind closed doors, or a bit like a duck paddling on the surface, lovely, but panicking underneath. So meditation can be good for that reason as well. You know, it's got so many benefits. Sleep, I found since meditating my sleep's improved so much, particularly if I do it at night. It really helps my sleep pattern, which is lovely. So, you know, find what works for you, and then use that as a stepping stone and go from there, because that's really what we're doing. We're using meditation as a tool, as a stepping stone, whether it's with our spiritual work or in our everyday life. You guys have probably seen it on Facebook, but I'm making a range of my own meditation CDs at the moment. So I'm making guided meditations. They're going to be that, well, originally they were to go with my Wizard Oracle deck, but that's taking a little bit longer than I would have liked, but it's not a problem. So these are sort of a separate project now. So I've released one which is called the Scrying Ball, and the feedback I've had from it, from those who have used it, has been really, really good. So I'm quite pleased with what's coming back from that. It's helped quite a few people, and there's 3 parts to that CD. If you're interested in purchasing it, you can buy it directly through my website or through my Facebook page. And literally all it sort of involves is it takes you on a journey, okay, and it's really good because the first part is about kind of childhood and happy times. And someone said to me, you know, oh, my childhood wasn't particularly good, but even they found something really positive to take from it. And if your childhood hasn't been the best, you know, it shouldn't really matter, because again, it doesn't have to be childhood times right from when you're a young person. But for most people, hopefully there's something in their past that they can smile upon, you know, even if it's just a small thing. The second part of the CD is about healing, so it's about letting go of any think negative or nasty that's kind of held you back, and using the scrying ball, to sort of trap that hurt and that upset within and let it go, okay, because you don't need it. And it's actually a way that we can clear, or using the meditation CD you can actually clear that, so it's really nice. And the final part of the CD for my first meditation is about connecting with loved ones, spirit guides, feeling their energy, and focusing on sort of, you know, just doing that really. And yeah, it's just a really nice CD. Like I say, the feedback I've had from the people that have purchased it so far has been really positive. I haven't had any negative feedback, so that's really encouraging. There's going to be a complete range of CDs, guided meditations with my own twist and style on them that I will be doing. They'll all be very different from each other, so they're not going to all be similar. I'm working on one with a sort of fairy theme at the moment, so that should be nice. I'm asking if there's anything else I can tell you with meditation, and there isn't really. It's more about you guys just, you know, just taking that leap of faith, just going with it. But don't get disheartened if it doesn't work for you the first couple of times, because again, you know, you have to stick with it. It's not an overnight sort of thing, you know. And those that are wanting a quick fix or a quick overnight thing, they're not going to get it, you know. You are expecting results too quickly, but just persevere and know that the more you do it and the more you allow that time for yourself, you'll feel different, you know, as a person. And that is actually the start of really doing meditation. And then once you come over those obstacles, you'll probably find your spiritual work changes. It will ramp up. The way you feel spirit will change. The way you connect with spirit. If you're someone that's at the start of your journey, you know, more things will happen. Again, it's just about quieting and stilling the mind and taking you into that different space, that sort of energetic space where you would eventually work, hopefully, with the spirit world, if you don't already. So yeah, again, it's only a short video. Hope it all makes sense. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask me. If you've got any topics that you want me to try and cover from my own way of seeing things, I'll have a go. And yeah, have a magical good day, guys, and take care. Bye.